Hello, everyone. My name is Moonshine, and I'm the host of today's AMA with 589 CTO. And just an overview, it's a community-driven cryptocurrency project on the XRP Ledger. Through this section, we're going to delve over how they were able to revitalize the community takeover, and we're also going to emphasize on the transparency, security, and decision making. All these, how it's going to transform the ecosystem into a very successful one. And we have Curry here on the mic with us. So to start with, Curry, can you kindly introduce yourself? How many of you guys are on the team and the foundation of the project 589 CCO?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. Yeah, I've been talking to you guys for a while, so it's nice to finally get on here and present the project a little bit. So my name is Corey. I'm a father of 3 boys. I live in the United States. I've been invested in XRP since 2019, so kind of an XRP maxi, if you will, and then just got into the meme coins on the XRP Ledger a few months ago. And so yeah, I'm on the 589 CTO team. We took over from the original developer who was mismanaging the project in early December. We started off with a team of about 8 people, and now we're down to 4 people. So we've got 4 people on the team. We have full coverage around the clock as far as the core CTO team goes. And then we have very active community members as well who step up as far as like moderating in the chat and things like that. So that's a little bit about my team. We have a great artist. We have a graphic designer, a web designer, and then I do a lot of the marketing things for the team.
Interesting. Thank you for that intro. So to start with, I think the first thing I'm very interested in is the community takeover and project revival. So could you elaborate on the circumstances that led to the community takeover of 589, and what were the key challenges faced during this transition and how were they overcome?
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, so the token was launched at the end of November. And so it started off as the 589 lore is kind of deeply ingrained and embedded in the XRP ecosystem. Everybody who's invested in XRP has heard the number 589. So it was an obvious decision when I got into the meme tokens on the XRP ledger as something to invest in. So we all of us, purchased it when it launched in early November, and then rather quickly, it gained a lot of traction. It kind of shot up within a few days to over. I mean, at one point it was almost at 10 million. So it got to a 10 million market cap, and then then the big sells started coming in, and they just didn't stop. So it was pretty clear that the developer of the token, after the first week or so, was selling all of his shares out of it. So as it was going down, people in the chat started to have questions, and the developer just wasn't around at all. So he wasn't answering any questions. He wasn't on the X account. Nothing was happening. It just kept tanking. So there were multiple people in the community that stepped up and were discussing possibly doing a community takeover. So I was involved in those conversations as well as everybody on my team. We tried working with the original developer, but again, he was kind of non-existent, and wasn't responding to anything that we had to say. So we kind of took matters into our own hands, started migrating people over to a new Telegram channel that we had control over. We officially filed for a CTO. We created a website. we created our new X account, and then we were kind of off and running. So, and the whole time, the original developer was continuing to sell out of his share. So there was a point right after we CTO'd where we were down below 300,000 market cap, and then we had a lot of strong community members that believed in the project and didn't want to see it fail. So we had a lot of holders stick with us. We have over 5,400 holders of our token right now. We started off in early December, right after we CTO'd. We had 6 people in our Telegram chat. Now we have over 1,000. So it was a bumpy road at first. There was a lot of things to overcome in the beginning, but now we're moving along very steadily now and growing every day.
Wow, that must have been really crazy, even for investors who were into that. And to see that you guys took it up on your own hands. I just want to say you guys did a very, very great job. It's hard to see individuals who really have, other people's mindset at heart, because now we live in a very selfish world. Nobody cares. Everyone just wants to take their own personal profit and leave. So I just want to say shout out to you and your team for having done that and overcoming these challenges. Really appreciate that. So I think the next question I wanted to ask was the 589 figure. I know that the number 589 has a significant symbolic value within the XRP community. But how does this symbolism influence project's vision and objectives?
So yeah, so I mean it's basically our whole project is kind of centered around the number 589. So it kind of began as a price prediction for XRP. So whether it was the Simpsons episode with Bart on the chalkboard writing XRP will be 589 by the end of the year, that's where our meme comes from. If you notice our character, it's just not Bart Simpson. That's Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple. And then there were the bearable guy riddles. And you could go through X or Twitter. You could go through Twitter for days and see all of the references to 589. So I don't think anybody knows exactly where it started. I would say the bearable guy riddles might be the origin of it. The Simpsons episode, I don't know if that was the origin of it, but it's just deeply ingrained into the culture of XRP. So our token is taking that number, and that's one of the reasons why it's been such a great success, is that every single project on the XRP ledger uses the number 589 in their material. It doesn't matter if it's Army or Bear or Drop or any of the XRP tokens, because they're full of XRP holders are referencing the 589 number. So we have, in my opinion, we have the best ticker on the XRP ledger as being 589, just for that reason. So everything in our all of our memes and everything are centered around 589. We use Brad Garlinghouse as our main character in a kind of Simpsons form. We've also made other characters. Anybody can be made into like a Simpson-fied character that we use, but that's pretty much what our meme and culture is centered around. So it really kind of draws in everybody in the XRP community.
Nice. Thank you so much for answering that question. So now, let's move over to the smart contract security. So since 589 operates on the XRPL, What measures have you taken to ensure the security of your smart contracts and prevent vulnerabilities like exploits or hacks?
So the XRP Ledger is kind of unique. I don't know. I don't know where your listeners are mainly invested, or what their um, what in the crypto space, kind of what their background is. But the XRP Ledger doesn't actually use smart contracts, so it's not like Ethereum or Solana. The XRP Ledger doesn't use smart contracts. So this token was created on First Ledger. Um, and First Ledger, again, if you don't know, it's kind of it's a decentralized exchange on the XRP Ledger. It's probably the most popular way for people to purchase XRP meme coins. So in First Ledger, it has a like a native trust line system, which means again that there isn't a traditional smart contract. Instead, it operates via XRP's issued currencies, or IOUs feature, um, and it's built into the XRP Ledger protocols. So we don't have the risk associated with doing a CTO and having somebody else's smart contract that they did the coding for in place on our project. So they use trust lines and escrow-like features, and then hooks are also available for like doing programmable logic, but it's all in First Ledger's token creation program. So there isn't a traditional smart contract like most of your viewers are probably used to.
That's quite interesting. This got me curious while you were answering that question. I just wanted to know what specific advantage does these XRLP provide for 589 compared to other blockchains like Ethereum or Solana, and how do you guys actually leverage these advantages?
So I'd say the biggest advantage is security. So when you create a token, there's as opposed to having a smart contract that designates how everything is going to be provided, and the logic that goes into creating a token. When you create a token on the XRP ledger via First Ledger, it automatically creates a liquidity pool. So as opposed to getting issued tokens as a developer, you actually have to purchase those tokens, and the money you use to purchase them goes directly into the liquidity pool. So the main advantage is kind of everything is on an even playing field. There's not going to be, from token to token on the XRP ledger, you can pretty much count on them all being set up the same way. Now, there are different measures that people can do for liquidity pools, but pretty much across the board, without having smart contracts, since everything's built in, it's a much safer program. So you don't have specific code in there where the issuer or the developer is taking out a certain percentage for trades or anything like that. So it kind of just levels the playing field. It also makes it a lot easier to do a CTO. So as opposed to having to do a complete rewrite of a smart contract, or change the smart contract over to the CTO, you're able to use the existing smart contract and have the security going forward, because you know how everything was created on the ledger.
Nice. Thank you for answering that question. So now, I'd like us to move to the token. So can you walk us through the use cases of your token within the ecosystem?
So we're typically we're a meme coin at heart, right? So that's what our entire that's kind of our entire thing is we're using the memes for fun, for entertainment, to bring community together. So I would say our biggest utility is community, and that doesn't just go for 589. I would say that goes for XRP as a whole. I think XRP and XRP holders are kind of unique in the world of crypto. You know, a lot of XRP holders have been holding XRP for 5-7 years or more without any profits. So we have a community of holders that are diamond hands, if you will. Like people don't sell. We believe in XRP, even if it takes 5 to 7 years for the price action to follow. So we've seen some recent price movement with XRP, now trading above $3. But for the longest time, everybody was holding it at below 50 cents. So that same community is what's in 589. So it's not like pump and dump tokens on Ethereum or Solana or Pump Fund or Ton or whatever. The holders on the XRP Ledger are all about community. It's a big part of our token, not just within the community, but within the XRP Ledger community. We have a lot of different collaborations in the works with other tokens. And then so beyond the meme aspect of it, we also, we're actually releasing a line of 589 NFTs. Those will be coming out this weekend. They're pixelated NFTs, so that'll give everybody a chance to, own a piece of the artwork that we put out in NFT form, whether they want to use it as a PFP or just collect NFTs like a lot of people do. So that would be another use case. We also do raffles and giveaways, which are all centered around the 589 token. So the utility within our community for giveaways and things of that nature. But at the heart, at the core, we are a meme token, and it's for fun, for entertainment, and to have a sense of community within our group of holders.
Interesting. And just because we are still, talking about the token, I just wanted to ask, does 589 incorporate any bond mechanisms or deflationary models to maintain scarcity and price stability?
Are you talking about like burning tokens?
Yeah.
So we do have, so at creation there were 5.89 billion tokens created. 9% were burned. So we have 5.33 billion tokens in circulation. And so it is black holed. The liquidity pool is set, so that provides additional security as well. We don't have a mechanism in place to burn tokens along the way, again, because we're not the developer. So the developer had a large amount of tokens when the project was created, and he chose to sell out of those. So all the tokens that have been accumulated by myself and my team, we have purchased on the open market just like everybody else. So the way that we would be able to burn tokens would be getting the community together and all agreeing to burn X amount of tokens, which other projects have done. So if that's something that our community wants to do, that's definitely something that we could kick around later, but it's not something we have set up right now.
Interesting. I appreciate your sincere, answers to these questions. So, just wanted to know, despite the fact that you guys are mean, just curious, beyond, this whole crypto world, what real world applications or integrations are planned for 589 that could drive organic demand? Maybe if you guys plan to have like a merchandise in the future, where real life users could purchase maybe stickers, pets, accessories, and all of that. Do you guys have plans for all of that, or you just plan to keep it on the crypto space?
No, so we do have a lot of plans like that. Nothing that is nothing that is set in stone right now. But we truly believe here at 589 that we're going to be the #1 token on the XRP ledger. We truly believe that. There's all of these other chains have tokens that are well into a billion market cap. The XRP ledger, we don't even have one that's at 100 million right now. So it's a newer chain, and everybody is kind of, jockeying for position. Um, but when things take off and more volume comes into the ledger, the meme tokens that are well positioned are just they're going to shoot past 100 million. We're going to have billion-dollar tokens on the XRP ledger. There's no doubt about it. So in order to get to that level, there's a lot of things that we want to put in place. So a lot of the things that we've talked about is one of the ideas that I like the most is having physical NFTs. So you have the option to physically print your NFT on like metal wall art, display it in your house or office. We have talked about doing a merch store again with our art, whether it's on T-shirts or hats or keychains or whatever it is, posters. So having a merch store is definitely going to be something that we do in the future. And then we're also getting into we have a really big collaboration right now. It's called All the Memes. It's headed by ATM, which is another very big project on the XRP ledger, a meme coin. So with ATM and Expector, I don't know if you've heard of Expector, but Expector is building like the metaverse and starting with the XRPL, but the vision is for the future, it's going to integrate other chains as well. So it's a metaverse that's going to be, across the different chains. So we have purchased land. 589 has purchased land in the Expector metaverse. We're also designing a Formula One race car in the metaverse, and then we have a community of 30 or so other memes on the XRPL that are also going to have race cars, and we're going to host races in the metaverse with our own cars. And then eventually, again, within the metaverse, you'll have like a building on your property for 589, and it's basically going to be a three-dimensional website that has all of your information in the metaverse. So those are some of the bigger collaborations and projects that we're working on to go beyond just being a meme.
Interesting, really, really interesting to see you guys have actually developed things, with the kind of passion I see you guys have for 589. I know you guys are going to be able to achieve this goal with consistent hard work. So really appreciate your answer on that. Um, Going to the governance, I see you guys have a governance, decentralized governance, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So, to participate for investors to participate in the governance, how many do they have to hold? Is there a minimum amount of token they have to hold? And how does the community contribute to key economic or structural decisions within the ecosystem? And is there an on-chain governance mechanism in place?
So we don't have an on-chain. I'll answer the last part first. We don't have an on-chain governance mechanism in place currently. It is something that we have discussed. So right now, it's the CTO core team is the one kind of driving the development, and we make a lot of decisions of you know, whether it's marketing decisions or any kind of development decisions. We make a lot of those decisions really without input of the community. There are a lot of times where we do ask for the input of the community, especially for things that cost a lot of money. If we have something in marketing that we want to do, we will throw it back to the community and ask for donations. And if they don't want to do it, then we don't do it. As a community driven project, we don't have a single person in control of where we're going. So we do rely on the community for contributions in order to do the things that they want to do. We also kind of lean on other projects as well. So we're really big on collaborating with other projects. We have other developers that we speak to, and you know, get advice from them on where to go. And as far as like marketing, you know, using other accounts, and we do it for others as well. So the XRP community, again, I feel like it's kind of special and unique within the crypto space, especially within the meme communities, where, you know, over on Ethereum and Solana, you have a lot of kind of PvP where it's you know, meme coins are just out there on their own and fighting against other meme coins for the top spot. On the XRP Ledger, a lot of us are working together because we want to see everybody succeed. So you know, we'll post for other accounts, trying to give them a boost of engagement. They'll do the same for us. So we have a lot of those collaborations going to get us the marketing and development that we're looking for. And then as far as, you know, if you have to have a certain amount of tokens to speak up, that's not what we value. So if you've been a holder with us and active in our community, we value your opinion. So we've got a lot of holders that came over from the original development, the original chat that the original developer created, and came over to our new chat. And we've especially in the beginning, we were all talking and all kind of deciding on what direction to go. There's been a few speed bumps along the way. And every time we kind of hit a roadblock, if you will, we throw it to the community and say, hey guys, what do you think we should do here? These are the options. What would you guys like to see moving forward? So we have, you know, obviously with anything, you're going to have some people that want to go one way, some people that want to go another way. We kind of take it to a vote, if you will, and then move forward with the best possible decision that we can make, you know. But yeah, if somebody just comes into our chat, you know, if they just came into our chat yesterday and they're saying, hey, let's do this, we're not as likely, even if they bought 1% of the token, we're not as likely to, you know, just take their opinion and run with it as opposed to listening to somebody who's been a part of our community for a little bit longer than that.
I really appreciate that in-depth answer on that question. You know, it gives me, and I know the listeners also, um, an insight to what you guys plan to do and your vision in summary. I really appreciate that. Um, I think I have a few more questions before we start taking some questions from the community, because I see a lot of text coming in already. So this one is about liquidity. How does 589 ensure sufficient liquidity on XRPL's DEX, and are there plans to collaborate with market makers or liquidity providers?
So, so we have so our liquidity pool is open to all of our investors. If you hold 589, you can contribute to the liquidity pool. So we have a group of whales that have gotten together to contribute large amounts to our liquidity pool. It also, when it was created with quite a bit in the liquidity pool already. So we already had a pretty good start. Our core CTO team has put in a lot to the liquidity pool as well. And then if anybody's on our website, we have if you scroll, 3/4 of the way down, we have a roadmap in there of what we want to do for the year 2025. And one of our big objectives is to increase the liquidity pool even more. So we plan on taking 40% of the proceeds from our NFTs, and we've got a couple different lines of NFTs planned for 2025. But we plan on taking 40% of the proceeds and putting that directly into the liquidity pool. There's also a collaboration that we're working on, the All the Memes collaboration, and I don't know everything about it, but that's also going to be adding to the liquidity pool as well. So a whole group of projects, 30 or more projects together, are going to get together to be able to provide liquidity for all of the tokens within that project as well. So that's definitely something that we've thought about and are working towards quickly as we move into 2025.
Nice. Thank you so much for answering that. So, are you guys partnered with any project organizations currently, or if you are not, so what kind of partnerships are you guys looking for?
Yeah, so the partnerships and collaborations are a very big part of 589. So I'm not going to be able to list all of them, but we have collaborations with Shroomies, with Laugh, with ATM, with Expector, with Unite, with Brepe, with Lambo. We have, like I said, in the collaboration, it's known as All the Memes. We have over 30 projects that we directly collaborate with. So whether that's artwork or X spaces, we've done a few X spaces with Laugh in particular, which is another big meme on the XRPL. And then what I was kind of alluding to earlier, we purchased some property in the Expector metaverse. Expector is a huge project on the XRPL, and are working with them directly to build that up. Again, the F1 racing cars in the metaverse. So all of these collaborations and projects it's a huge part of what we do, and that's the biggest utility of our meme coin, I would say, is the community itself, not just the 589 community, but the XRP community as a whole. So any projects that reach out to us, we'd be more than happy to do some sort of collaboration with. We feel like we're all stronger together as opposed to just going out there and doing your own thing on your own.
Interesting. And could you walk us through the marketing plans you guys have implemented to achieve some of your goals, and also your roadmap? What is your vision like in the next 2-3 weeks or months to come?
Yeah, absolutely. So our marketing plan has been pretty simple. We're trying to get as many eyes on our project as possible. So when we first did the CTO, we had to kind of build back the trust of the community. And then we had a brand new X account with 0 followers, and a Telegram, like I said, we started off with 6. So we had to get some exposure. We had to bring in some new holders. So now, 2 months after we CTO'd, we have 3,700 followers on X. We've got over 1,000 people in our Telegram. It didn't just happen by accident. So um, we've done some, I've done a few AMAs like this, which kind of gets our name out there to a lot of people. We've worked with a rating and shilling group that raids X and Telegram to get our project in front of as many eyes as possible and bring in new holders. So those are the two biggest things that we've done, and then the X spaces as well. So we do a lot of X spaces with other projects. So anybody listening to those gets an idea of what we're doing here at 589. I'd say those are the biggest things that we've done for marketing. And then what
Yeah,
was the second part of your question?
your roadmap, like your vision in the next 2, 3 weeks or months to come. Is there anything inside you guys plan to achieve?
Yes. So just yesterday, our listing on Bank Exchange went live, so you can now purchase 589 directly with a debit card via Bank Exchange. So that's a big listing that we were working on. Again, that went live yesterday. We have our CoinGecko application in. We should be hearing back from them today or tomorrow. So hopefully we'll be live on CoinGecko by the end of the week. We have our NFT launch on Saturday, I believe, Saturday or Sunday or Sunday, I think, is when it goes public. So that's a big step for us as well. That's our first NFT launch. And then we have a big collaboration I've alluded to multiple times with all the memes. That's going to be officially announced here very soon as well. So we have a lot of things. We have a lot of things cooking here at 589. That's for sure.
Interesting. Okay, now let me get into community questions. This one here is okay. Let me see. What steps are you taking to ensure the long-term sustainability and relevance of 589 project in a rapidly evolving crypto landscape?
Yeah. So yeah, the biggest thing I think is collaboration. So you know, we get to know other projects very well on a personal level. It's not just we're not just hiding behind a keyboard and making posts on X or on a Telegram chat. We're actually talking to these people live. I'm going out to Las Vegas for XRP Vegas. There's a big get together there of all of the meme projects on the XRPL. So get a chance to meet everybody face to face. All of these projects, again, I feel like the XRP Ledger is kind of unique as compared to other chains where we truly believe not just in XRP, but in the whole system, the whole ecosystem as a whole. So people want to build their projects on the XRP Ledger for the long term. This isn't something that they're not just for the meme coins. It's not just a pump and dump. Well, there's a lot of that too. I mean, you're going to have that everywhere. But as far as like the core memes on the XRP Ledger, they all, talking to every single one of them, they all believe in the long term plan for their project, and we're no different. So we want to be here long term. We want to build those relationships with other projects, and we want to build the trust within our community and have that core group going forward with us. So I think the collaborations is the main thing that will ensure that we're here long term. It's not something that's just going to flop over. And the 589 lore and number is not going away from XRP. It's kind of built into it. So we're here to stay. There's no doubt about that.
Nice. Okay, let's take a question. Benova, you have been unmuted. You can ask a question.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Corey. Thank you, Moonshine, for this opportunity. Let me just go straight to my question because we're limited in time. My question is about the NFT. I wanted to know, will you have different rarities of the NFTs in place? That's my first question.
Yes. Yep. So we do. So we have we have the basic ones, and then we have different levels. So I think there's 4 different levels going all the way up to ultra rare. So yeah, absolutely. And every single one of our collections is going to be the same way. So we do have different rarities throughout the whole collection.
Okay, and I also heard you talk about you have owning a merchandise store, where you have to sell some of the merchandise like NFT printed out and the rest of them. I wanted to ask, when you get to create this merchandise store for the project, that is the 589 project. Yeah, when someone gets to purchase any item from the merchandise store, I want to ask, who will be responsible for the delivery? And for those people who are outside, that is, who are international, like people in Africa and the rest, how do they get their products delivered to them?
Yeah, so that's a great question, and I just want to be clear. So we don't have a merchandise store yet. So that's something that we've talked about multiple times. It's definitely something that we want to implement into our token in the future, but it's not live yet. And then so we have holders all around the world. Most of the holders of our token actually are in Europe, at least from what I've been able to tell from my chat. So we already have a lot of international holders. That's one of the great things about a decentralized network like the XRP Ledger. Everybody has access to it. So what we've kind of at least some of the ideas that we've thrown around for the merchandise was working with a third-party vendor that would be taking our artwork and putting it on whatever we wanted them to do. So we would have it on our website, but it would be purchased through a third-party vendor. And that third-party vendor would be the one setting up the shipping and handling for all of the products that were sold from our merchandise store. So we'll make sure when we're looking at third-party vendors to make sure that they can ship all around the world so everybody can have access to it.
Okay, I wanted to just ask my last question, which is about partnership. Do you have any upcoming partnership you have in place?
You just ask if we have any partnerships in place right now.
Yeah.
So we do. We have over 30. We have over 30 different partnerships and collaborations going with other projects on the XRP Ledger. Some of the bigger ones would be ATM, all the memes, with X Spectre. Those are the Laugh on XRPL. But we have over 30 collaborations that are active right now with other tokens on the XRP.
Okay. Thank you very much, Gary, for answering my question, and thank you, Moonshine, for the opportunity. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You have a good day, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you so much, Benova. So let me see if I can get some more questions here. Um, so this person basically wants to know how you keep the community engaged. So what strategies are you employing to attract new members to 589 community and to keep current members actively engaged? Maybe in terms of shilling, getting the word out there on X, daily, on that big crypto influencers tweets.
Yep. So it's all of the above. We do all of that. So we have we do rating and shilling, not just with our community members, but from time to time we'll hire a professional rating and shilling team to get our name out there and some of our artwork in front of as many eyes as possible. And so all of that's kind of in our marketing strategy and our strategy for growing the token. And then as far as keeping our community members engaged, we do that with the content that we put out by going on these different X spaces. So a lot of our community members like to hear us in these X spaces talking about our project and collaborating with other tokens. And then, some of the things that we have in the works, but not right now, is going to be like the X Spectre metaverse races with the cars that I was talking about. So that'll give our community members a chance to purchase a car. The NFT will be a car itself, but it will also be a vehicle in the metaverse that you can race with. And then we also try to keep our community engaged, not only just with our content, but by having different by doing giveaways and things like that. We'll do trivia from time to time on our X account, kind of pose questions and keep people engaged like that. So we try to stay up with the times. It's just like any other meme, the news moves fast on the internet, so we try to create artwork in a timely manner to be able to kind of parody off of the news and keep people engaged.
Interesting. I hope that answered your question. So the last question I'll be getting into here is reflecting on your journey with 589, what key lessons have you learned and what advice would you offer to other communities looking to revive or manage community-driven crypto projects?
That's a great question. So yeah, we've learned a lot along the way. And I think the most important thing is to know that it's not easy. It requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of dedication. I think we got really lucky when we did the CTO that everybody on my team is a hard worker. They're passionate about this project. They really believe, and I said it before, they really believe that this has the ability to be the #1 token on the XRP Ledger. And we grind day in and day out. It doesn't matter if the price is up. It doesn't matter if it's down. It doesn't matter if the chat's engaged or not, because you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. The way that this continues to grow every day is you have to put in the work every day. So you can't just give up. You can't decide that you don't want to put out content today or whatever excuse you have for not doing it. The people and the projects that succeed are going to be the ones that are putting in the work every single day, even if it's down, even if their holders are mad at them. So a lot of times you have people come into the chat when you've dropped 50%, and they're not happy. So you have to keep keep the energy high, and you have to keep pushing forward, no matter what. Rain or sunshine, it doesn't matter. You always have to be pushing forward. That's the advice I would give to anybody, is to just grind and work really hard, and you'll get there. The hard work will pay off.
Thank you so much for answering all the questions we had on today's AMA. I really enjoyed the section with you. You were very straightforward, very transparent with your answers. But guys, I'm not giving any financial advice. Do your own research. Join their socials, the Telegram channel, follow them on X. That's where you're going to get direct updates about 589 and everything you need to know about them. But before I close down the VC Curry, I'd like to give you a chance to give your final statements. And I would also like you to, I saw you guys have been dropping articles about 589. Maybe you could also walk us through that before we close down the VC.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you guys for giving me the opportunity to speak today. And to anybody out there, if you want to know more about us, come to our Telegram. You'll find me or any of the admins in there will be able to answer your questions. Follow us on X. You'll see the content that we put out. Go to our website. We have everything on there as well. So you can get to know all about us. We do have a couple. We have some articles that were written about us that you can find. They're posted in our Telegram, or if you go through our feed in X, we posted them on X as well. So yeah, no, come be a part of the movement. If you have any questions, you can send me a direct message, or the best thing to do is come into the Telegram. You'll see everything in there, from our artwork to the articles. Get a chance to know our community a little bit better. The best way to do that is to join it.
Nice. Thank you so much, Corey. Big shout out to you and your team. You guys are doing something very incredible. And we hope that as you guys continue to achieve the goals you guys have in mind, sometime in the future, I know we'll have you guys here at GOLDDIGGERS channel to tell us the milestone you guys have crossed and the success you guys have had with 589 CTO. Thank you so much once again and have a nice day. Thank you all so much. Bye, guys.
Yep. Bye. Thank you.